Good afternoon, everyone, and this is Daniel Lohr. I will be discussing to you the PhET simulation for exercise number 5, which is Faraday's Law. So earlier, I discussed to you sa first part sa atong video, part 1 sa akong video, the physics behind, which is the Faraday's Law of Electromagnetic Induction, or briefly, Faraday's Law. So for today, we will be discussing the PhET simulation. So when you log into your VSU EE account, you may go directly to exercise number 5, which is Faraday's Law. Click the link and click the PhET simulation link, which is this one. So it will bring us to our PhET simulation for Faraday's Law. So this one will be the easiest among our 6 laboratory exercises. So first, we have to click the field lines to see the magnetic field around our magnet. And on your laboratory reports, you have to draw or you have to make a sketch of what you see here. Again, the keyword here is draw, not screenshot. No? So, inyo i-drawing ang magnetic field lines. So, basically, what I should see is your magnetic field line should be going from the north towards the south. So, the arrow should be from north to south. So, what happens as we move the north side of the magnet into the coil? Okay, so we also need to click the voltage or the voltmeter so that we can see the changes in the potential difference or the induction of EMF sa atong wire. Okay, if we will just put your magnet near the coil of wire or stationary, nothing will happen sa atong voltmeter. But if we will move it towards it, your voltmeter will show movement. Sorry, nahilahok. So now what happened if we move the north part? So your voltmeter will have a negative reading. Next question, how does the voltage change as you move the south side rather than the north? So kung ang south side ang atong i-move, so we'll just click this one, this button here. This button will change the north and south poles of the magnet. So now we'll move the south. As we can see, the voltage reading or the voltmeter will read positive. Tama? Positive ang iyang reading. If ang north ang atong i-move towards, negative ang iyang reading. If we will measure that amount of voltage reading, comparing the north and the south, or comparing those two scenarios wherein we move the north side of the magnet and the south side of the magnet, the magnitude will be the same. Ang ilang difference is the sign or the direction of the induced EMF. So question number 5, what happens if you move the magnet into the coil very slowly versus very quickly? Okay, so very slowly, and notice the change in the voltmeter. Okay, now very quickly. So as we can see, if we move the magnet into the coil very quickly, there is a big change in the EMF or the induced EMF. Diba? because this is also because of the big change of the in the magnetic flux or the external magnetic field or ang atong delta or ang atong B, delta B. Diba? EMF is directly proportional to our delta B over delta time. So, much slower, the more time you spend, the lesser will be your EMF. The less time, smaller ang delta T, mas paspas, meaning smaller ang imong delta T. Meaning mas dako ang imong ma-induce nga EMF. Di ba sa atong formula sa part 1? The delta T is inversely proportional sa imong EMF. Meaning mas paspas ang imong delta T is smaller compared to your scenario wherein hinay ang imong movement sa imong magnet. So natubag na ba nato ang atong next question? Okay, so nakita na nato ang mahitabo if we move the magnet into the coil very slowly and very quickly. So what relationship can we make between the motion of the magnet and the current produced? Okay, next question, number 6. Can you produce a current when the magnet goes up and down in the loops? Okay, if you are inside the loop and if you are going up and down, can we create kuno? And can we produce kuno a current? The answer is yes, because the magnetic field lines are also changing. Nag-change man gihapon ang imong magnetic field lines or ang area nga na-cover sa imong magnetic fields mag-change man siya. That's why we can still produce EMF. Okay, now we're gonna try to change from 2 rings to 4 rings. Okay. Okay, we will compare pala. What will happen kung atong coil is only 2 and versus 4? Okay, 2 versus 4. Same magnet, same speed. We can see the difference nga mas dako ang ma-induce nga EMF sa imong 4 nga rings versus sa imong 2 rings because sa atong formula N is directly proportional. Katong N, number of turns, is directly proportional sa atong EMF. Okay, number 8, lastly, try putting the magnet in the loops and click the magnet flip button. What happens as you spin the magnet several times? Okay, so now we're gonna put our magnet inside the coil and we're gonna flip it. What happens? So electromotive force, EMF, is still induced because ang atong magnetic flux is being changed. Pero atong magnetic field, the external magnetic field is being changed. So last question, look at the voltage needle as you spin in multiple times. What type of current do you think it is producing? AC or DC? So based sa atong discussion, it is clearly that the type of current being produced here is AC or alternating current. So that's all for our lab exercise number 5. So you may explore. You may explore further the simulation. Again, as I've said earlier, this is one of the easiest. one of the ECS, no, lab exercises sa ESAY 114. Okay, for questions, for further questions, please do not hesitate to send me an email or send a direct message through my messenger. Okay, that's all. Thank you and see you sa atong laboratory exercise number 6. Bye-bye.